So just come out in the yard to start grinding away. Very dirty and dusty, so just keep it out of the workshop as much as I can. So I'll come out in the driveway and we'll make a mess out here. So the whole idea is just to get a nice round in here and start carving and putting some shape in there. So here we go.
So as you can see in these quadruple clips here, there's a whole lot of carving and shaping going on of that leg. It takes some time just to get through. There's about 2 hours, at least 2 hours there, just carving and shaping. It's a bit free-form, so we don't exactly know where it's going to end up, but this is being the first one, and we'll see what it looks like when we're all done. Here we go.
As you can see, we've done a lot of carving yesterday, and we get some footage of that. But basically, there's a big knot in the middle there, which we just followed through, just punched straight through there, just to give it a bit of effect. So that's all well and truly done. They're not going to be absolutely the same. Let's put that here because, as you can see, I've got some different shapes here on there. And we've also got a different profile on here. This I've made a few templates here. You might get a profile there, which is pretty much that profile there. So that gives us the reference points that I need to carve to. So underneath here, I'll eventually mark those off. I'll show you what they're all for. This one here is this shape here, flat area there. So that one there will butt up against here, and we shall mark this, get a pencil line on here, and that tells me where I need to carve. Process now. I need to jigsaw those off. I need to jigsaw down here. You can see this line here or not. That's where we've got to cut. The next part of the project is to pop the template on here just to carve out that just a little bit of a concave there. So we've got our template just here and away we go. So just pop him on there. There we are. You might notice there's a centre line. I've got centre lines everywhere on this piece because once you start carving, it's very difficult to identify exactly where you're at. So we know we've got on the other one 12mm there and whoops, 12mm there. So you can see I've now got all that sort of ground out. That'll just make for easier carving. But before I take that out, I need that bulk in there just to give me some vice grip on there. Once I put it in the vice, I've got something solid there that I can grip that on. Mainly because I want to start carving out that shape there. So I want that to look just like that one. So that's got to come in here and do the same thing. All right, so we'll get to carving. The first one would be down here. So get that, scoop that round, that contour out there, and then we'll follow that line. We'll pick up that line again with the grinder and just come over there. Come over there, round that off, leave these in place because I need something to grip in the vise with that. So that's all good. So we're good to go. I'm going to just grind this out as the first cut. I might just get this up and about a bit. Good old pattern maker's vise. So now I get a nice clean look at that. There we are. All good. Nice. So you may not be able to see in there, but that's right on my line. Right in there. Alright. So eventually there'll just be a bit of finite work in there. So just going to give you a look at down here. We've just put our jigsaw through there. Just gives us a nice line to work to with the grinder. So pretty easy to just get the grinder on there, and then we'll transfer over to the big oscillating sander here and tidy all that up. We've got a line on the back here so we know where we are, but we're also going to just work to the lines. Okay, so today we're just going to clean up these areas here. As you can see, we've got lines there. We've got the oscillating sander, and we'll just pair them back. There's also a bit of a scribe line underneath, as well as we've got our template that we can sort of guide us a little bit as well. So there we go, here we go. Using a little bit more traditional method with the old spoke shape. Obviously we have to clean them up a little bit with the sander, but yeah, just a little, you can see, you might be able to see there's a little round over there on that spoke. Just to keep an indication of where we're at. We've got the radius gauge here. Probably can't see too much of that, but that just gives us an idea of how we're faring as far as shaping this goes. Alright, so we've got our base pretty well cleaned up. There's still a fair bit of fine sanding to go. As you'll see here in the first one we did, we found a knot hole, so I just had to grind that out just to clean it up a bit. And it actually looks quite effective. That'll be really, really pretty once it's all dressed and put into place. So on the back of that, just trying to work out something similar with this side. I did find a little knot in here. It wasn't that big, so I actually drilled a bit more out. I feel like grinding, especially with this big old grinder there, is the base. So in order to get this concave shape, we need to do that by hand. So I'm going to do a drill to about 30 mil. That's what this one was all about. To start with, that'll just give us a bit of an indication of where we're at when we're grinding. And as we're grinding away, we'll use our template as we do to just get a gauge of where we're at. So from next step, we've just carved all that out as you saw. I really just need to tidy all that up now. So I've got some 60 grit paper in the Rotex, and I don't want to clamp it up because it's just going to spoil. Just need to just hold it there for a minute. So you just lightly go over that with a 60 grit, and then we'll start sanding down through the grits. So to 80, 120, 220, 240 probably, and then at 400. Once we've done that, we can start burnishing the wood, the tops and the bottoms. We'll do the base first with the organ oil, hard burnishing oil. So once we've got that burnished up, we'll then fit the tops, and we'll polish the tops as well. So almost there, getting there, very close. So I'm sure you get my drift. We'll just clean all that up and the burnishing oil on. So we'll go through all the grits. Don't need to look at all that.